Dear friend, the shocking truth is that most people have a toxic ego. There's a common misconception that only self-obsessed egomaniacs have fragile egos. Yet, even those who have low self-esteem, a victim mentality, or low self-confidence also have toxic egos. If a person's mind is full of obsessive thoughts about themselves, then they have an untamed ego. These obsessive thoughts often create a negative self-image that affects their relationships and careers negatively. Too much ego can manifest as too much pride, or the fear of pursuing dreams courageously. Often, it produces mental health problems like mania, depression, and hopelessness. Unfortunately, most people don't know that they can tame their egos without losing their self-confidence. So, how can you prevent a toxic ego from ruining your life? How can you boost your self-esteem? How can you create a wonderful and fulfilling life? Sadly, there's little guidance on how to create a positive self-concept. Most of the information out there will tell you that, as long as you're not proud, then you don't have an inflated ego. But they don't teach you how to identify and deal with disguised forms of ego, such as perfectionism. Fortunately, there are simple mindsets, practices, and habits that can help you have a healthy ego. These practices and habits are easy to master and apply. You can apply them today and start improving your mental health. Today, you'll learn how to live a happy and fulfilled life. You'll learn how to override your ego and still achieve your dreams. You'll also learn how to protect your relationships and career from your ego. The surprising truth is that most people think that if they aren't proud or full of themselves, then they have a healthy ego. But the reality is that if you hate yourself and experience intense envy when your friends succeed, then you have a fragile ego. Luckily, there are some science-backed mindsets and practices that can help you avoid the pitfalls of having a wild ego. Those who have adopted these habits and practices have eliminated negative coping mechanisms and learned how to deal with life's challenges positively. Being egoless has given them peace of mind and happy relationships. They don't have to live with the negative results of living an ego-driven life. They dare to face life's challenges because they have healthy coping mechanisms and a positive self-image. And today, I want to share with you the transformational habits that will help you fix your ego and start enjoying the life you deserve. Introducing Egoless, what your ego is holding you back from and how to fix it. Egoless is a must-read for those who want to drop their toxic ego that will ruin their lives without losing self-confidence or self-worth. This science-backed guide will teach you everything you need to know about being egoless, the surprising difference between ego and self-esteem, how toxic ego can destroy relationships, why most egotistical people have low self-esteem, how to avoid perfectionism and develop patience, why having a victim mentality or being fearful are disguised forms of ego, and so much more. Follow the steps taught in this powerful guide and you'll start noticing changes immediately. If you want to have healthy self-esteem, if you want to prevent the destruction that comes with an untamed ego, then you owe it to yourself and everyone around you to learn the simple but powerful steps taught in Egoless. Here are some of the things that you will discover in this life-transforming program. What is ego and how does it affect you? The surprising difference between a big ego and confidence. How having too much ego ruined your life. Are you egocentric and full of yourself? Read Chapter 2 to find out. 8 forms of ego that are preventing you from living your best life. 6 ways to protect yourself from being destroyed by an unhealthy ego. How your ego affects your relationships. The shocking truth about people who have big egos. How egomania can derail your career. Do you feel intense envy and jealousy when you see others succeed? Read Chapter 6 for a solution. How your ego prevents you from being creative and fulfilled. 7 defense mechanisms that cause more harm than good. How to use mature defense mechanisms to cope with difficult times. 4 simple ways to transcend your ego. How to boost your self-esteem, plus many more powerful practices and techniques. This is the ultimate guide for those who want to avoid the dangers of being egotistical, build healthy self-esteem and confidence, live a creative, fulfilled, and sustainable life, develop healthy relationships, learn positive coping mechanisms, eliminate destructive coping mechanisms. Here's the good news. Instead of charging this life-changing program at a ridiculous price, I am offering it to you at a tiny fraction of the actual cost. The reason behind this discount is that I want to help as many people as possible have a healthy ego. More importantly, I want you to eliminate low self-esteem today. If you've watched up to this point, you're serious about learning positive coping mechanisms. You're just a step away from taming your ego. All you have to do is implement the secrets revealed in this blueprint for the next 30 days. And if you don't see any improvement in your life, simply return your order within 30 days, and I will give you 100% money-back guarantee, no questions asked. If you get Egoless right now, you will get these bonuses. Bonus number 1, complete checklist. This checklist contains a step-by-step action plan to ensure you get the full benefits of Egoless. By simply breaking one huge topic into easily digestible chunks, you get absolute clarity, inclusive of easy-to-follow action steps. Bonus number 2, comprehensive mind map. This mind map is perfect for visual learners. It outlines everything you're going to discover throughout the entire course. With just a glance, you will have a clear picture of what to expect and absorb so much more than reading through Egoless by pages. You get all the bonuses absolutely free, only if you act today. Now that you know how Egoless can change your life for the best, you need to decide. You can either do nothing and continue suffering from the negative consequences of being controlled by your ego forever. You'll never be able to enjoy the benefits of having healthy self-esteem. Or you can take the step that'll change your life instantly by taking advantage of our offer. You can't afford to miss it. As I've shown you, Egoless will give you the skill set you need to identify how your ego is holding you back and fix it fast. Plus, if by 30 days you don't like what you get from Egoless, send me an email and I'll return 100% of your money, no questions asked. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose by taking this offer. So why wait? Click the button below right now before the price goes up.